1, 2. Alright. Hello my friends and welcome and to the stream. Sorry about the sound. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, I just got the dinner and sorry I'm late for already 2 minutes. Now it should be the sound. No sound. We have some kind of delay in the video, in your comments. Yeah. So about the news for today, all of them in my latest video, and everything is there about Ukraine. Hi, hello, and today I'm just gonna have the conversation with you. And if you want to support this channel, just go to the link, and the target is to collect 10,000 hryvnias. $1 is 30 hryvnias. Just if you want to support the channel. From our previous stream today, I sent the money to polonitsa.com. It's my friend. He's a volunteer. He got the volunteer organization in Odessa, and they buy some toys for military guys, and also they are taking care about civilians there, about the refugees, etc. So I sent everything to him. And next Sunday he gonna participate our stream. He has a very nice career. He used to be the captain of the ship, commercial ship, and he got so many stories. And he got his YouTube channel, by the way. His name is Davydov, and yeah, fantastic guy. And after the war had started, he decided to become a volunteer because he has no military experience, and he said that he wanted to do something, so he found his own volunteer organization. He called it Muradov Foundation or something like that. And yeah, I sent all the money from our previous stream to him, and the next stream also gonna share everything to his fund, because they are taking care about civilians as well as our military guys. Is voting for M777s long ago? Good. M777s are good. They are fantastic so far. Probably the best towed artillery systems that we have. From the self-propelled, I don't know, maybe M109s, who knows? And we're gonna see how German self-propelled artilleries will work. P2000 or. And I don't recall that name. Something 2000. Hannes, hi. Hannes beats best wishes from Spain. Greetings to the Spain, John. Hola. Are the boys being trained by UK, going to UK for training, for trainees go to Ukraine? Yes, we have our soldiers who already confirmed on a training in United Kingdom. Oh, I'm very bright today. Why am I? Let's go to this properties. Sorry, I'll just try to make me more warm.
New message.
150.
150, thank you so much. 150 hryvnias, added 2% to our aim today. Thank you so much for your kind support. By the way, if you want to put your question, or you want me to comment something or you want to share something, there's the link for donations. You may support my channel, and also you'll see your comment on the screen. Alright, so if I'll be busy answering someone else, you can just interrupt me right away, put your own stuff. So we were speaking about M777s, yeah, and what we were speaking about before, after, I don't recall. Is it true Ukrainian troops are on outskirts of Donetsk?
New message.
May the Lord bless and keep you.
Thank you, Patricia Guertel. Thank you so much for your kind support. I think that was... Wow. Natalie Simard. That was a lot.
Thank you for all the work you put into your videos. I support you on Patreon, but I want to give a donation to help in any way I can.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wonder why it was
New
so...
message.
Support with all my heart.
Thank you so much. I wonder why we heard the previous comment very not loud, I would say. Tried to correct it. Sorry. And thank you, by the way, for supporting me on Patreon. And I'm gonna read your message out again. Natalie, thank you for all your work you put into the videos. I support you on Patreon, but I want to give the donations to help any way I can. Thank you, Natalie, and thank you again for supporting me. Part of the money from Patreon we also send for charity purposes, not to the military, because Patreon has the regulations. You cannot use the money you gain from the Patreon on military needs. That is why I never send the money from Patreon to other donations. And yeah, I wonder why it was so dimmed, the volume. But anyways, I heard it, everyone heard it, and that's the good thing. I just joined your channel, White Light 777. Thank you for joining the membership and my channel. Stay awesome.
New message.
Thank you for everything you are doing.
David, thank you so much for support of the channel. Stay awesome. What is number one wish for support? What your number one wish for support? Number one wish for support? I didn't get the question, sorry. Can you give a honest, no-holds-barred assessment on US military assistance? What do you like and dislike about United States assistance? Yes, I can tell about United States. So far, it's the first country that helps more compared to others, obviously, because the military in the United States is very developed compared to European military. And also we would like to see more of the rocket artillery systems, because they will just send us 7. From what I know, 7 is less than needed. We need at least 300 of those MLRS, and together with HIMARS at least 300 to fight back Russians. I think around 150, the half of that would be enough.
Greetings from the UK. Thank you for your content and work.
Thanks for your kind support. I still wonder why do we have such a dimmed volume for donations. Greetings to UK. UK, by the way, helps a lot as well. Okay, I'll just made it louder, and thank you very much again for your support of the channel. So we need more rocket artillery systems, but other than that, everything is okay. I understand that we cannot get fighter jets for now. We cannot get Abrams tanks, because for that we need to be trained for many months. I mean, our crew, our tankists, and our pilots. Can anyone buy AK-47-74 in Ukraine? No, you cannot buy those. Well, there's civilian version with automatic fire blocked and with limited rounds magazine. You can buy that one for
new message.
Donation from region letter D, region letter K to region letter U, region letter A.
Okay, from Denmark to UA. Thank you so much. Thank you a lot. Henrik Trend, Norway, donation. Thank you so much, and we reached our goal for today, my friends. The rest is up to you. whether you want to support me or not. Greetings to Norway, by the way. Also helps us a lot, Norway. So you can go to the army and there you can have AK-74 or 47, depends on your luck. 74 is more modern. 777 computer control. Boeing 777, yes, it's fly-by-wire. There are some of the systems, so you put your inputs via wires to the autopilot and control flight control system, and then it deflects the flight, the air surfaces, depends on the stage, the flight envelope of the airplane, and depends on your particular environment and what you're doing. At some of the it will not let you, let's say, crash the airplane.
New message.
Thank you very much for all your work and your kind support for those in need. We all hope that this nightmare is soon over.
Yeah, I hope that it is over.
New message.
Greetings from Germany. Thank you for the important work. I watch your videos every day. Question. Can you say something about Russia's claim killing many generals and officers?
Russia claims to kill many generals and officers in Ukraine. Well, at least I don't have the information that some of our generals were killed. So,
new message.
I pray for your safety there, brother.
Thank you so much. So I got the information. Yeah, we got some of our generals killed in 2014 after Russia started the aggression. But from now on, I know that Russia lost many generals. About the Ukrainians, there was no information in the open sources as well in Telegram groups. So probably we haven't lost the generals, but I cannot state there. I cannot state that for 100%. So yeah, it's a war. We don't know a lot of information, my friends.
New message.
Keep up the good work. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Ronald. Thank you so much for your kind support. Way too loud.
New message.
All right.
Greetings from Idaho, USA. Is United 24 a good place to give donations?
Yes, United 20. Sorry, guys. I just reduced the sound for you. I got the information. United 24 is the confirmed place to give donations for Ukraine. So you may visit the site of Ukrainian embassy in your country or United 24. So it's a confirmed way how you can support the army.
Message.
Slava Ukraini.
Thank you. Too loud. Is it okay right now? I reduced it. Is there no super chat or donation? Just donation, because super chat is not working. I'll try to reduce everything, my friends, except of my voice, alright?
New message.
Happy to support the cause.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind support, Riva. Is the sound okay? You need super chat, yes, but it's closed for Ukraine. Super chat is not working for Ukraine. Obviously, I need super chat. Then do you think you will fly again? Save skies, Dennis. I would like to fly again, just don't know. Okay, volume is fine, better now. Okay, we have some delay.
Greetings from Brooklyn. The US could still be doing more. Americans, please lobby your congressmen and senators to send the spare Abrams and other heavy weapons Ukraine will need for any counteroffensive.
Yeah.
Thanks for the updates, Dennis.
Thanks for your support, and thanks for comments.
I watch your updates daily from Canada. I hope to visit your country when this is all done. Maybe even get on a 737 that you are driving.
Yeah, I hope so.
Closing parenthesis.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm gonna fly again.
Not much, but it's from heart. Support from Croatia.
Greetings to Croatia. Thank you very much for your kind support. Well, actually, my friends, I want to fly. That was my life goal, and it is my life goal. I wasn't aware that one of our pilots, not only from Ukraine International Airlines, but the guy whom I know, he is on the front lines, and I watched his TikTok actually yesterday. He filmed some of the stuff from the front line actually. Very interesting.
Privet out Mogo Druga is angry. Slava Ukraine.
Hello from your friend from England. Героям слава. Thank you so much for support. I hope the volume is okay, my friends, and thank you again for support. US should send private mercenaries to Ukraine like the Wagner group to fight against the terrorist Russia. We have lots of people, and also I got some of the comments from you, my viewers, who are willing to come to Ukraine and fight. It's up to you, my friends. It's quite dangerous because here and there you can hear some information that guys from abroad, foreigners who fight for Ukraine, some of them can be imprisoned by Russia, and Russia has this self-proclaimed DNR or LNR so-called republics, and they have the death penalty. So, my friends, you are willing to defend freedom not only of Ukraine but Western civilization, and I would also support, but think about it again because it's your life, and we got the information that it's not the easy walk, my friends, here to fight against Russian. It's hard because they still have lots of everything, artillery, ammunitions. They have superiority in the air. They have fighter jets and bombers, so it's hard for the Ukrainian army to fight here. But of course, with everybody's help, it's more easier to fight. David, thank you so much for joining the membership. And by the way, my friends who joined the membership, thank you so much. Yeah, the super chat is not working here. Sorry. How many Russians have surrendered? We have, our Russian war prisoner fund is around 1,000 Russians.
Small donation from Germany for your patience with our administration.
Thank you so much, Fred. Yeah, I think everything will be settled with the guns for Ukraine. Everything will be fine. Ukrainian submarine is back in Black Sea. In Black Sea would be nice. We had just one, and I think it cannot go below the water. It was broken a long time ago. You probably know that Ukrainian army was demolished up to 2014. Our leaders did everything to screw the military of Ukraine because they probably wanted Russia to come here. I don't know. Well, actually, the new step in our history, the new page of Ukrainian army history started since 2014. Then we put investments to the army, and Russia, it seems like, wanted to again take Ukraine as they took Crimea, but no, we were prepared, and they thought that they have some kind of Russian lobby. Yes, they had, but it was not very popular here in Ukraine, and we still had some people who supported Russia, but now I think just 1 or 2% of the people who would say that Russia is not our enemy.
Thanks for all you are doing. Great information. You help us to really understand what is happening there.
Thank you, Willem. Thank you so much for your kind support.
New message.
Marek Krzawnik, Poland. We will support you for as long as is needed.
Thank you, Marek. Thank you so much. Poland is the greatest country that supports Ukraine. We actually have the pool of our close friends: United States, UK, Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, some sort Romania. So those countries, the leadership of those countries support Ukraine. But obviously the rest of the countries, European countries, also support Ukraine, but not the politicians, but people like you, my friends, who watch me. So I'm okay with Germany, I'm okay with any kind of the country. Politician leaders are one thing, you are the other thing. Fury boxing for Ukraine arms. Wow, interesting. Dear Temple, Героям Slava. Is it possible Romania will send troops? Are they friends to Ukraine? Yeah, Romania is a great friend of Ukraine. He will do it. Russia kidnapped and are stealing whole citizens. How many? The number is huge, my friends. It's said about 300,000 people.
We need to guard against compassion fatigue and try to keep Ukraine on the front page of news.
Yeah.
Fly flags, wear t-shirts, anything to constantly remind people that Ukraine is at war for us as well as themselves.
Yeah. According to the news, and I see it on my channel as well, the attention to Ukrainian topic dropped. So I have 2 times less views compared to what was in May. And in the media, this topic is 22 times less on the pages compared to what was in March or April.
Slava Ukraini from Italy. Stay strong.
Damiano, thank you so much for your kind support. Greetings to Italy. Betsy, thank you for participating in the stream. Then many greetings from the Netherlands. Greeting to Netherlands. Ben Johnson, nice shirt from Canada. Yeah, it's the shirt with a stamp. My friends, I still have few of the stamps left, but I don't know how I can send them to you and to whom I should send. I don't know what to do with them. For now, probably I'll hold it. By the way, I have also some merch that I put on giveaway, and there were 2 guys whom I did the giveaway. One won and he contacted me, and the other guy with the guitar on the logo, I forgot his name, so he didn't contact me, and I got his cap, I got his stamps and everything. So those are just lying and waiting for him. Why he's not contacting me? I don't know. Maybe I should call. He doesn't have email on his channel, so I cannot contact him. Israel stands with Ukraine. Thank you. Shalom.
New message.
Here in Texas, we have a $100,000 gift plus $100,000 donation headed to Zelenskyy in coming months. Region letter U, region letter a heart. Thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah, that's good.
Stay safe.
Thank you very much for your support. It's great that you gathered so many funds for Ukrainian donations, and I was surprised that many people from United States, that many people support Ukraine. I thought they will not have that huge support. Lookup 49, thank you for joining the membership. JP Reinders, Kremlin says they deported 2 million Ukrainian people. Dutch press say, wow. Today I heard something about 300,000 people were deported, and many of those are kids. I need to check out that information, my friends. As you know, Ukrainian border is closed now. We cannot leave, and some people are willing to cross somehow the way to Russian occupied territories, and after that they go to Crimea, and after that they fly or travel to Georgia or Armenia, and from Armenia or Georgia they fly to European Union for constant living. That's how only the families or men can do it. It's forbidden according to Ukrainian law, but they closed the border, and that's why people here are searching for the ways out. Oh, by the way, my friends, I forgot to put the timer for today's video.
New message.
Keep up good work. No one helps more than US. Soldiers working 24/7 in Hue and complex supply mission.
Yes.
Victory to Ukraine.
Yeah. We know that United States is doing a great job in helping Ukraine. It's awesome. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, I just put the timer for you just to see then the stream ends, my friends. Because I have just 2 hours today. Today, by the way, is the Father's Day. Yeah, 307,000 children and around 2 million people were deported. Just imagine this number.
New message.
Thanks for all your update. Praying for Ukraine and taking care of your refugees in Hungary.
Yeah, thank you so much for helping our refugees in Hungary. The neighboring country, yes. So far, Hungary helps a lot with that, and that's great. We have kind of difficulties with politician way, but
greetings from Lithuania. I hope my donated drone serves well for Ukrainian army. Slava Ukraine.
yes, of course, it serves well for Ukraine. If you donated the drone, obviously it is on the front line. We are now in lack of those toys because you cannot sell them in Ukraine. However, just 2 days ago, AliExpress again opened for deliveries to Ukraine, and we're gonna order some of the drones from China. So China, in some sort, helping Ukraine with that stuff. Very nice to see you on the stream. Thank you, Alexandra. Very nice to see you too.
Dennis, thank you for informing us day after day. I hope your family is well and that Ukraine will soon be able to live in peace and join the European Union.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you a lot for your kind support. About the European Union, I thought about it many times. It's probably will be good for Ukraine to join this family, but again, if we'll have some problems with that, that's okay as well. So here, people, mainly if you ask, yes, we would like to join the European Union, but if there is some kind of problem with that, bureaucratics, or you have to wait a few years to join it, will not be disappointed, let's say. We are a self-sustained country, and for me, honestly, I would like to see Ukraine in the club of United Kingdom, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Poland, Romania, so some kind of new union of close friends with Ukraine, of Ukrainian friends, with less bureaucracy and more action, let's say. It's for me, my friends, just my own personal opinion. But if we join European Union with no problems, with less bureaucracy, because it seems like we are begging for something, yeah? No, we are not. If they will say us no, those bureaucrats, I will take it easy, because here in Ukraine, you still have some freedom that you lost in the European Union a long time ago. I mean, we have taxes. Well, I pay as YouTuber. Do you know how many taxes I pay? 2%. 2%. In what country you see such a low taxes? If we join European Union, I'll be paying a lot from my pilot salary. Then I'll start flying again from my activity on YouTube. So you spend a lot for the country. Of course, the quality of everything that you have from the government is much lower compared to what you have from European Union. But here we have less bureaucracy, and for entrepreneurs, for businessmen, here is more easier to do the business in Ukraine. Of course, here we have some corruption, but each year it goes less and less. We have still independent courts, and we see it. Even then, the politicians want to solve their own problems. Sometimes courts just block that for president, for parliament. So we have some kind of good system. I like it. I feel absolutely free here. I can tell about all the things about Zelenskyy, whether I like him or not. Before I told that I don't really like him. Now it's the wartime. I tell everyone that I like him. But honestly, I voted for other guy. But now what Zelenskyy is doing is, on my opinion, it's awesome. But there are still some of the problems that we do not hesitate to talk about in media. Unlike in Russia, right? So I don't know whether you support me, guys, with my own ideas, but that's my ideas. I'm honest with you. I tell them as they are. Even in EU and Germany, corruption too. Yes, but I think in European Union and Germany and the United States even, you have some corruption on the high levels, right? But here we have corruption also at the low levels of society. Some of the bribes to police, some of the stuff like that easily can be found in Ukraine, even nowadays. But I don't think that you will have corruption on these low levels in Germany or United States. Slava Ukraini, Героям Slava, support from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thank you so much for your kind support. Raven7, thank you for joining the membership. Stefan Simon, Slava Ukraini, Героям Slava. 50 generals in one place. I haven't heard about it. Maybe soldiers or officers. Yeah, we have the information that there was attack near to Izum. The command center of the Russian army was devastated by the artillery system of the M777s, obviously. But some experts say that we already have the rocket artillery system delivered to Ukraine, and it's already in action because they saw that command center probably was devastated from the longer range than 40 kilometers. But it's just rumors, you know. Hi Dennis, many thanks for you for all you do on Patreon, but can't work out how to donate on here. Donate here. You already joined. Thank you so much for donation. There is the link for it. That's it. The currency not in United States dollars, it's in hryvnia, $1 30 hryvnias. But thank you very much. Already joined membership. Thank you so much for your kind support. Betsy, how was your Father's Day, Dennis? Well, we played a little. I played a little with my daughter near to the house. We made out something from the plasticine, but she's now playing iPad for now because I have a stream with you, obviously. Oh, I put 1 hour and 52 minutes. Oh my god, I put quite a lot of time, but yeah, let it be. 2 hours, half an hour more, half an hour less, doesn't matter for me. I pay 52% tax in Sweden. Yeah, that's a lot. That's what I'm talking. You have some of the levels. If your income is not greater than 7 million hryvnias per year, how many is that in the United States dollars? $200,000 per year. Like a small entrepreneur, small business, you pay just 2%. That's it. If more, you pay more.
New message.
Thank you for your content. I wish you the best of luck. Idea for the viewers. Choose Ukraine-related cause, such as Ukrainian army, and support it with regular donations, e.g. monthly.
Could be, yeah. Thank you so much for support of the channel and your ideas. Hi Dennis, can we buy the shirt somewhere in Ukraine? In Ukraine, sometimes you can purchase it, but here in a neighboring city, I went there by car. I went to the main post office and I got there just 2 shirts of my size, alright? There were just few of them. And I bought those caps with Russian sheep also. And I got 2 last ones. So then something comes with that marking, with the Russian sheep. Immediately people just buying that stuff and it's sold out in the first day, so you need to be lucky. That is why I couldn't buy anything. I mean the stamps, original stamps. Oh, Svein, nice to see you here. I pay 38% tax in Norway. Earn good too. Yeah, 38% is also a lot. For the highest tax for Ukraine for the business is 18%. 18. And since 2014 they add 1.5% for the army. So totally it became 19.5% from your everything, from your salary.
Greetings and best wishes from California, USA.
Greetings to California. Thank you, Joseph, for your kind support. So yes, Wayne, I would agree with you. I thought in Norway there are higher taxes than that, but 38 compared to Ukraine is higher, but compared to what you got for the taxes in Norway, medical care, social stuff after you're retired, of course I would like to pay those 38%, take my money for that service. Here in Ukraine we have 18%, but the service, there is no service. You have to save your own money to take care about yourself, then you are old. That's it. Ukrainian kids in Outer Scroll gets iPad to especially learn German.
Have you
Yeah.
ever flown a skydive jump plane when you were getting hours before you got commercial pilot license? Blue heart Slava, blue heart Mother, yellow heart effin', yellow heart Ukrainian.
I will read out your comment again because I was late. Have you ever flown a skydive jump plane? I've flown Antonov 28. It's the skydive jump plane. It's very powerful compared to like weight power ratio is very powerful. You may just Google Antonov 28, and it was actually in Gostomel airport by the time Russians took it. There is a video about it, probably gonna react to it as well on my channel, and gonna tell you about the story. So yeah, I started actually my flying also on this airplane. Great airplane to fly, my friends. Not retractable landing gear, but it's huge. It's 2 times heavier, I think, compared to Twin Otter, or maybe no, not 2 times heavier. I think just a little bit heavier. Yeah, Twin Otter is also big. It's a big one. How will Ukraine pay for its health care? How will Ukraine pay for an infrastructure? You think pensioners can pay for their medical bills? I disagree with you. Do you mean having low taxes is bad? No, I don't think it's bad because, for example, Dubai, Emirates, especially Dubai, they have low taxes. Cyprus, they have low taxes. What else? Bermudians, and people live there quite well. So I don't think we need to have huge taxes. We just need to get rid of corruption on the highest level, and 5 up to 10% of taxes will be well enough to pay every kind of bills for medical care, health care. In Ukraine, obviously, we have 18%, but that goes for...
I've been cooking for Ukrainian refugees since the 1st of March. Amazing people. Do you fear an attack from Belarus by land? Praying for this war to end as soon as possible. What are your thoughts on Zelenskyy leaving the country to go to G7 and NATO summits? Stay safe and greetings from California.
I've been we'll firstly reply to wait. I'm not afraid of Belarus, but we're gonna prepare for it. We are not afraid about anything now. It couldn't be worse than what happened on 24th of February this year. However, Belarus, they put my English is not good. sometimes hard to pronounce, reservists into their army. Now their army increased by 2 times, but they are not as trained as Russians, but it's still the army. They can enter Ukraine from the north. It's bad, it could be bad for Ukraine, but we're not gonna lose as well, my friends. Probably in that case, we're gonna receive more help from the Western allies. Probably could be better even to fight them back. Maybe we can go into Belarus, who knows? And from that side we can, or if they will attack Ukraine, we can also advise some country to help us, because here 2 against 1 country, so we also may ask someone to join. Lucas, about Zelenskyy leaving the country to go to G7 and NATO summits, was it like that? I don't recall. I think he joined through the online, pardon me if I'm wrong. The greetings to California, and what are thoughts on Zelenskyy leaving? I don't know. Maybe he went there, but maybe it was needed to. He's doing. Zelenskyy gave all his colleagues from the army, from the ministers, from the government. He gave more freedom. Let's say, okay, you guys know how to fight. You fight, and I'll do the rest of the job. Gathering attentions for Ukraine, getting the weapons to Ukraine. He doing this more media stuff right now, but sometimes he goes and checks if everything is okay here and there. Just recently he tells the Minister of Defense that we have something wrong in the army supplies, because you tell me that everything is okay, you have supplies, you have everything, but people on social media, they tell me that there are some guys who doesn't have something and I don't like it, please check and report me again. So he's doing this kind of organization stuff, and I think it is a right move from him because he doesn't have the military command experience. He got the huge organization experience. He's a leader, organizer, even though he was a comedian, but he was the leader of the huge syndicate, I would say to you, comedian syndicate, but it was the most popular comedian organization, let's say, syndicate all over the former Union countries.
Thanks for all you do from the southern U.S. I wish our president was a man and not a coward. He needs to make an appearance in Kiev to show more support. God bless Zelenskyy and Boris Johnson. And sorry when Kamala Harris was asked by Polish president if she would take.
Oh, it's okay.
New message.
How is healthcare and food supply for Ukrainian citizens right now? Are people able to take care of their children?
Thank you, David, for your question. We're gonna answer it a little bit later. First, about the Biden, my friends. I know that we have views also from Democratic views, from Republican views. My friends, you still support Ukraine from both of those parties, and that's awesome, the awesome support that we have for Ukraine. Obviously, probably then there will be another leader. The reaction could be different. I wouldn't say it would be better, but it could be different. Maybe it could be more harsh, we got a case, I remember it happened actually a few days before our airplane was shut down in Iran, the Boeing 737 of Ukraine International Airlines. Probably you remember the story. I lost my friends there, actually, the people whom I know, flight attendants, pilots. I could be on that plane as well, but I was on my vacation. Our airline is such a small, we have just around 20 planes. So, about the Trumps, by that time it was the Trump, yeah? Actually, they fired the cruise missiles towards, towards Iran, as far as I remember, right? And Iran reacted to that, firing the military bases of United States in Iraq. So it was the hard time, actually, and after the plane was shut down, everything was settled, let's say. Maybe that is why they shut down our plane. Nobody knows so far. We don't know why they shut down our plane. And it could be the same, probably, or similar scenario today. Then there is the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Probably the previous president of the United States could put it to the new level. Then there is the war between NATO and Russia. In that case, it could be devastating for the world. Nobody knows how that situation will go, or probably not. We don't know what could happen, right? We have Biden now. He sends the help to Ukraine. It's the greatest help that we ever had, but so far it's still not enough. So I don't know what to say. I'm very happy that the United States supports Ukraine for such a long time, and we are such a close allies with such a powerful ally, the most powerful in the world. How is healthcare and food supply for Ukrainian citizens right now? Are people able to take care of their children? Healthcare is kind of bad. Now, if you have some kind of disease, chronic disease, you probably will have to postpone your some kind of operations, because from what I know, local hospital here, it's crowded by military guys. So it was the same then the COVID started, all right? So we also postponed some of the operations for people.
Ukraine's survival against this evil is survival of the civilized world. Slava Ukraini.
I would agree with you, Eric. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. So it's problem to get the proper health care than it was before the war started. It's kind of bad, I would say, because all goes to the army. But still, if you have something critical, you can go and have your surgery. But usually we have the free health care, but now you need to search on your own for medical supplies, let's say, because all of that stuff goes to the army, to take care about the army guys. So could be problems with that. That's why we have humanitarian aid sent to Ukraine, and I'm very happy about it. Are people able to take of their children? Yes, if everything is good, everything is good. So we have food, we have everything, but as usual, we have inflation. People start to earn less than usual, because half of the population are now unemployed, let's say. Some of them just fled to Europe countries, around 5 million, someone said. Some fled to Russia, as you know, from the statistics, just escaping from the war, and also Russia deported some of the Ukrainians as well. Not some, but many of Ukrainians to Russian territory, especially kids who lost their parents.
Hi Dennis, thanks for all the hard work. I started stream on phone, couldn't see donation link, smiley face. Now on PC. Anyhow, glad to see UK and NATO speaking about readiness for armed forces. Have a great Father's Day. Have a few coffees on me, smiley face.
All right, I'll take it. Thank you, Raymond, for your kind support, and thank you again for joining the membership on the channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, today is the Father's Day. Awesome. UK troops to join Ukraine on front line, reported by top UK army officer today. What's your views? Yeah, I also put that in my latest video. It's just a statement. It's not that we're gonna put our troops to Ukraine tomorrow. No, it's just a statement. They just look at the people's reaction. They just want to tell something to public that we are with Ukraine right now, and probably if the situation escalates to European Union, we're gonna join it, and because as a part of NATO, we're gonna put our forces to Europe. It seems like he didn't say that they will join the front line of Ukraine. They were saying about the conflict in general, and the present generation, he said, should build the army that is capable to fight Russia on European land. He said like that, something like that. Inflation is all around. Yeah, 90% here in the Netherlands. That's crazy, Jappy. That's crazy inflation. Absolutely. And what I see on the stocks, the markets, everything just went down. Bitcoin, everything. I don't know if you probably you have, yeah. It's not kind of very popular here in Ukraine, those cryptocurrencies. I mean, it's popular in some of the communities. Not everyone is buying Bitcoin. Just some communities, IT communities, some kind of the guys, crypto guys, they are buying that stuff. But now everything dropped. I was experimenting around 2 years ago, then COVID started, and I bought 0.002 bitcoins. So it's 2,000 of bitcoins, and I paid $120, something like that.
Greetings from Spain. Do you think that war may end this year? Glory to Ukraine.
Thank you so much for your kind support. Who was that? Sorry. I got the... Ivan, greetings from Spain. Thank you so much for your support. Do you think this war may end this year? Glory to Ukraine. I don't think so, Ivan. I think that this war will continue for maybe years. Unfortunately. It's the minus for Ukraine. Big minus. But for Russia it's bigger minus, because they are under the sanctions. If we'll get help from international funds, from humanitarian help with weapons, Russia would just need to waste their economy. And finally, after all, I hope that this year will cut the lines for gas and oil coming from Russia to European Union, because they will not be able to build the communication lines, the pipes, basically to China or India. They don't have seas, really. If you look at Russia, it's very huge but dummy. The only sea they have is on the north. Well, they have some part of the Baltic Sea, right? And they may use it for the gas supplies, but they don't have the LPG, huge LPG ports there. They are in lack of those ships. Those ships will not go to any kind of ports, international ports, because they are banned. So the only way for them is to build the new lines, pipelines to India or China. Now it's not possible. To China they have something, but not as big.
From New Mexico, USA. Slava Ukrainian.
Greetings to New Mexico. Thank you so much for your kind support. So yeah, thank you so much. So it's about the politics. They need Ukraine also for that as well, for transportation of the gas. They will use us if they would win, but they will not. The idea is to use Ukraine, the resources, agricultural stuff, and the pipelines to supply everything without any fees. And they don't really care about people here. They, as you can see, they easily kill us here. With their weapons. But the idea is to take Ukraine, okay, and put on this stuff as on a drag. The European leaders, the European countries, they already actually put Germany and France and many other countries like Hungary on that stuff as on a drag. They supply gas and oil to those countries. That makes everything hard for Ukraine to negotiate, because those countries are very dependent. All of Europe needs to stop Russian gas and oil yesterday. Yeah, that will really hit. Yeah, without it, Russia would continue, basically. Slava Green Slava. Also, India and China do not pay the full price for the gas. Then report exports to Europe. Then exports to Europe ends. The prices Russia can get will drop even more. Yes, obviously. I think technological Russia will go back to a Stone Age. Probably to North Korea side. They will still have some sort of internet, some sort of social life, so maybe some sort of social networks, but everything will be just demolished from what we see. I mean, from the Western perspective, right? In China, you don't have Google, you don't have many of kinds of social media, and still you have some kind of alternatives there. In Russia, you don't have alternatives. All of what they do, all of what they push to be alternate is total garbage. Dan, thank you for joining the membership. Love from Romania. Greetings to Romania. If NATO really doesn't want to put soldiers in a war, then they have the money to pay for this war. Glory to Ukraine. Greg, I totally agree with you. At least we need some weapons coming from NATO countries. We have them. There was one general who said that we lost around 50% of our Soviet-made weapons in some of the battalions. So now what we have from the Western Alliance is around 1/3 of all the weapons in Ukraine. But still, that is not enough for us. Greetings from Iowa. Greetings, Dan. Thank you very much again for joining the membership. Hi Dennis, what do you know about sabotage behind occupied areas? David, yeah, there was behind the occupied areas. Oh, there was the case in Melitopol. Then we were able to hit precisely the command center of Russians, and one of the generals lost his life. But after that, there was some information that it is not true, that that particular general was in Donetsk, and the restaurant he was in was blown up by some kind of partisans. That's from the latest, as far as I remember. Drive your car more slowly for less fuel consumption. Yeah, 90-100 kilometers are mostly enough. Thank you, Achim, for your advice. Usually I drive my car not more than 80 kilometers an hour. On the fifth gear, it has maximum six gears, manual transmission, very decent car. I have the Opel Astra, and by doing so, my fuel consumption is around 5.5 liters a gallon per 60 miles, let's say, if you are from United States. 60 miles, 1 gallon. Efficient car. God bless you, Dennis. Just heard that Operator Starsky is also your friend, yeah? Praying for both of you. Love you both too. Slava Ukraine. Jessica, thank you so much for your kind comment. Yes, well, Operator Starsky is my mate. We haven't met in real life. I hope we're gonna do it next week. The idea... Sorry?
I totally agree with the person who said, don't trust the China drones. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have tracking chips in them.
Oh yeah.
Beware.
Yeah, that is why we usually get Autel drones, but sometimes we are in lack of drones, so we use DJI. If they capture DJI, I mean Russians, if they capture, they may see the information. It's not hidden. They may see the information where this drone was started from, so the base point. It can easily be tracked. For Autel drones, United States made drones, you cannot track this information. About the Operator Starsky, yes, I participated in his last live stream. He's awesome guy, and probably gonna make some kind of collab video together, and for that I need to go to Kiev again. I'm okay to do it. I just refilled my car. I have a full tank, So I'm gonna go there and we're gonna do some collab with Starsky. I hope. He's a nice guy. If you don't know him, just Google Operator Starsky, and he's a guy who's a military soldier of Ukraine, but also English speaker YouTuber. His English is much better than mine, but he also started to watch my other channel. It's Pilot Blog. It's more like dedicated to aviation, and he said he was one of my first subscribers because also he loves aviation. Yeah, great collaboration could be. Yeah. Will which culture fascinates you? Which culture fascinates you, Dennis? Culture? Do you mean the country, Betsy? Do you mean the country? How do we donate? Sam, you can just go to the video description and there is the link to donation website. That's it. Or you may check any kind of my videos. There is also a link for this donation, Donatello donation website. Don't be scared, the currency in hryvnia, it's not dollar. And also you may support me on PayPal. Also you may support me on Patreon. There are some of the other ways. Actually, on the Patreon I have some of the problems. Well, it's okay. Patreon works perfectly fine. I got the problem with Payoneer, the payment method to withdraw the money from Patreon. So I want to put someone's Payoneer because mine was blocked. I don't know for what reason. I sent all the documents. Maybe it will be unblocked. And for PayPal, I can also withdraw from Patreon to PayPal, but not in Ukraine, because Ukraine PayPal is limited. For the websites you can pay through the PayPal just from person to person. So now I think how to get the funds out of Patreon, because we have negotiations with some guys who help Ukrainian people here for the charities, and I already promised them, so we're gonna solve it very, very soon. I don't think there is a big problem with that. So there are many ways how you can do it. Never surrender, Ukraine. Yeah, sooner or later we're gonna win. No problem. What will be the first sign that new UK-USA MLRS systems are in use? You'll see, Thomas, thank you for your question. You'll see more reports of command centers or supply lines or ammunition depots destroyed by Ukrainian troops. And you'll see more probably footages of it. To have at least 30 kilometers of range is awesome tool to destroy all of that after a little bit further than the front line. Now we can target for 30 up to 40 kilometers. It's very close, and Russia puts usually they depose a little bit further. For that we need the long range systems, artillery systems to destroy their supply lines. Get some merch going. Sam, I'm thinking about it, but I have everything settled for my help. Just if I find the organization that really needs help, and if I find out how to sell the merch, maybe I can do it. For my family, it's okay right now what I do and the help I got from you. For the organizations I'm in contact with, I send them constantly the fixed amount of money. So for now everything is settled. If I'll speak with someone else about what should I do to help, okay, we're gonna probably start. I don't know how to sell it, I don't know how to design it, I don't know how, so it's a kind of headache for me. Probably I'll ask my wife if in that circumstances, but for now I don't want really to put it on my channel because I barely have time to spend with my family and daily uploads on YouTube videos are very exhausted, to be honest. I'm constantly researching for the news. I'm constantly in this matter, and I'm going a little bit nuts. Usually I go sleep at 4 a.m., wake up at 11, and again. So yeah, sometimes I even forget how to eat. And as well, I have the Patreon, I have members, and I also need to provide the content for them. Sorry, my patrons and members, but now I do not really push towards that. It will be changed in nearby future. Sorry, pardon. As I have so many unread messages coming from my patrons, so maybe I need more concentrate on that rather than selling merch. All right. I'm alone, and no one so far helps me. Take it easy, Dennis. Yeah, Jappy, thank you. Enforces live stream. Ask Starsky about it. Okay, they are speaking with each other. God bless you. We pray every day. Thank you.
Love from Germany. And Big apologizes for our chancellor.
That's okay.
The German people know what you do for the idea of freedom and democracy.
Yeah, thank you.
Slava Ukraine.
Geroyam Slava. Thank you so much for your kind support, Marcus. And yes, it could be better from the German side, but we know that German people support us, and you see, you are just supported, and many supporting Ukraine. We know that Chancellor Scholz doesn't have enough support even from his own party. Not speaking about the people in general. So yeah, you see, maybe he has some kind of underground. Not maybe, but I'm sure that he has some negotiations with the Russian leader. Don't worry, we're with you. Alexander, thank you so much. Sam Dog, please do anyway to send money would be helpful. Calm, my friend, you're awesome. Thank you, Sam, for your kind support. Just want to help. Thank you, Sam. Cool shirt, yeah, the shirt is nice. I paid 350 hryvnias for that. It's $10. And it's good quality, by the way. A little bit stretchy. I have the white one as well, so I bought two. I got the last. Do you like video games? Like, you ever played Stalker video game? Yes, and I won, and I know the designer of that game personally, because we used to fly the same time on the gliders in Buzova Air Club. Unfortunately, that air club was just devastated by Russians. It just destroyed. I'm probably gonna make the video about it, and maybe if I'll have enough time this night, I'm gonna go to my videos, because I went there with the camera. I filmed the air club, and there was our glider guy who went there after Russia freed the territory. So you'll see before and after. So yeah, I know the Stalker. I used to play video games, but now I don't have the time for it. I have the family and everything. So Robert, thank you so much for your kind support. So that's the idea. The last video game I played was during the COVID times. I tried to play it, Witcher 3. Wild Hunt. I installed it on my personal computer. It was lagging a bit because I don't have the powerful PC, and I just did a couple of quests, and just that's it. I uninstalled the game. Have you played Metro? No, Raven, I haven't. I saw the Metro. How other guy played on YouTube, the old version of Metro. I know that there is a new how do you call it? the new version with open world, other than Metro, right? Exodus or something like that. So I just watched how the guys played that on YouTube. It's like a movie, interesting. By the way, the guy who wrote the novel Metro, he is not supporting Russia policy, and he fled Russia, and he is now under investigation by Russian police or something because he betrayed the country. As well as stalkers say that they will not even do the Russian audio for the game, just English and Ukrainian, and there will be just Russian subtitles. They say that we are out of Russia. Good morning from New Zealand. Greetings to New Zealand. Oh, morning for them. For us, it's just night time started. Katerburg, Geroim Slava. Do you think Belarus will send its soldiers to Ukraine? Ali, now the probability is greater than ever. I don't think it's a right choice for Belarus to enter this war with their forces, but they think not logically. I mean, the self-proclaimed President Lukashenko or Putin, they live in their own world. They are out of logic. For here in Ukraine, it was understandable for every Ukrainian that it is a stupid way for Russia to invade Ukraine with their forces. Even pro-Russians were thinking, what the hell? How can you fire our buildings with the rockets? But still, they are here, Russians are here, so we can expect everything. But I still hope that they will not enter Ukraine with their army. God bless you. We pray every day for Ukraine. Thank you. You didn't say several days ago. You said earlier day. So continue protest the innocent. We have some Russian bot probably. Greetings from Poland. Greetings to Poland. Thank you so much for participating in the live stream. What is the current position? Position? I don't know. Position? Ukraine needs those stealth Black Hawks. Probably. 2-160 with escort of Su-57s and F-22 to cover. Dennis, the porn bot followed us here from the Enforcer channel. You request your presence there. Maybe, I don't know. Belarus are going to pay a heavy price for being sacked up, obviously. Town Wayne, thank you for joining the membership. Betsy, what is your best memory from your flight career so far, Dennis? Oh, the best memories are all mainly associated with three things. First of all, my first solo on a glider. Second, my flying in Indonesia. Third, my captaincy in Ukraine International Airlines, how I became a captain. The three main memories to recall, they were all awesome. Hi Dennis, so many thanks for your daily reports. Only more Russian losses can stop Putin, so Ukraine needs faster and more support. Around Kaliningrad is the next problem rising, but NATO is prepared. Yeah, what I know from the latest information that Lithuania is blocking the supplies of the sanctioned products to Kaliningrad. Greetings to Boston. Thank you. Good job, Dennis. Belarus might be flipped to democracy if that idiot orders them to enter Ukraine. It could be anything.
Dennis, please become a nuclear for this again. Not another life taken in this horrific crime against the entire world. Slava Ukraine. God bless you, Dennis. Stay silly and safe. Good bless from the US.
God bless you too, Wiki. Thank you very much for your kind support. What I know about the nuclear weapons, that it was the idea of United States of America mainly to get rid of the nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Probably it was done right, because by that time we have very corrupt government, so that weapons, there was a risk for these weapons to be delivered to some kind of third countries, who knows. And also there was the risk for someone terrible to become to get the power in Ukraine, some kind of like Putin, probably. So there will be two Putins right now. So they wanted to eliminate the risk. They signed a memorandum, with Ukraine, that they guarantee the sovereignty of the country. But now what Russia did, they just started the war. If we will have the nuclear weapons right now, of course there would be no war here in Ukraine. But we have what we have. We cannot get back to the history, and no one can foresee the events. So probably in the future, no one will let Ukraine to have nukes. Speaking deeply about the situation here, my friends, they opened the Pandora box or something, the Russia, because they say that will not fight for Ukraine if they will give up nuclear weapons, but they entered Ukraine. It means that there is no written guarantees for any country. It means that every country now in the world that feels a little bit some of the risk of being attacked by someone, they'll start to make or take nuclear weapons somehow. And we'll have more and more nuclear countries in the world, and that increases the risk of the nuclear war. So now it's no go from the Western side. If United States of America will say no, we cannot do it, and we're gonna protect Ukraine with all that we have, and they're gonna punish Russia for that in Ukraine, not offending to their territory, the world will understand, okay, now the written agreement works, and United States can defend some of their allies, and we don't need nuclear weapons. But if not, of course, obviously everyone would look at this, that boy was bitten by that big guy with a bite, so we need to have the bite as well, or maybe a gun to fight against this Russia. So that's my idea, my friends, how I see it. So many porn bots here. Where are the Gunters of Belgrade? Ukraine, the trailblazer for nuclear disarmament, keep that record. I didn't get the comment. With the strong support from the West and the innovation of Ukraine, your nation will become the most advanced in the world.
Keep up the good work and don't give up. Things didn't look very good for the UK after the fall of France.
So I don't like that, and we need to work on the culture.
Beach, California. My father was a helicopter test pilot and was second in command of the FAA during the Reagan administration. I hope this finds you well. It would be interesting someday to talk with you about aviation. I am a big fan of.
Okay, I got your email here. I'll copy it, and yeah, good. Greetings to California, Winston, and awesome. Thank you very much for your support. Героям слава. After the stream, I'll copy your message here. It is there on the website, and I'll write something to you. All right. So still, people, it's like people in the cities, there are more, let's say, Western culture. They have their, culture, but people outside, there is the, let's say, poor education, and sometimes you understand that it's far away. The level of, let's say, Switzerland or Germany, it's far away for Ukraine. I mean, for the cultural level, for society. Here I just went for fishing, I have a lake here. Probably gonna film some live vlog for my patrons, and there is the big hole. Someone put just rubbish there, and now it's a big mountain of rubbish there. Everything is fantastic. The nature is awesome. But here, why would you do it on the nature? So we need to work with the people. The same thing I saw in Indonesia, where there was no even the mountain of rubbish, but rubbish was everywhere. I was living near to the ocean, and people were throwing away everything. So they just drink the bowl of water, they just throw it on the beach. You say, you just throw the bottle. They say, well, I don't care, like, all right. And, all of that rubbish just was clogging the drains and everything. And once in 2 weeks, I remember this beach was cleaned by big tractors. And it was very hard to watch. So once in 2 weeks, you have the clean beach. But after a while, it was something like there was some kind of hurricane or something. Was totally demolished. So we need not only to work with our culture, with the Ukrainians, but we need to work with general culture in the world, that if we'll do this stuff for a long time, there will be hard circumstances for everyone, because you may believe that, you may not believe, but it's bad.
Stay strong. Благослови вас, God bless Ukraine. From Texas, USA. I will do merch for you.
Oh, thank you. There is, okay, Rednecked 2001 Yahoo.com. Thank you, Scott. God bless to you. Yeah, noted. We can do maybe, but I don't have the time for that really with my daily updates. Probably my wife can do it. I don't know. So about the rubbish, it really hurts me, my friends. And then about the India, it's, oh my god, it's worse than in Indonesia, where the cows are eating those bags and plastic. Oh my god. There are some districts when it's okay, but what I saw, it's just crazy. In Ukraine we don't have that stuff, but still we need to work with the culture, that you are not living here right now. There will be people who will live after you, and we need to take care about them as well. So we need probably better education. Rod, thank you for joining the membership. If we speak about Russia, it's much worse than Ukraine. This is terrible. If we keep like our environment okay at homes, if we take care about the grass, if we take care about gardens and trees, Russians, they mainly, if we speak about the guys outside the cities, oh my god, I was flying actually in Russia. It was the part of my career. Then I just started my flying. We hadn't had airplanes in my airline, so they sent us to fly in Siberia. And I saw those houses, wooden made, that just built on the ground without any concrete, and the ground surface is mostly cooled even during the summertime, but with the heat waves it may melt it a little bit, and some of the houses just tilted, they scrambled, and they're the outside the city it's terrible view. So, and my instructor, he welcomes me to his home after we did line training there. He's Russian, and it seems for me that I went not to the pilot's house but to some not hobo, but gypsy. I don't know. It was messy at home, everything was so I just can't expect it in Ukrainian pilot's house to see that stuff. Thank you for your channel. It is informative, from Ukrainian point of view. Peace to you and the courageous people of Ukraine, California. Stay strong. Thank you.
Threats to Poland from Russia and Belarus. Cheers from Canada. We're behind you guys. P.S. Are you into metal music like Operator Starsky? I was supposed to see Ginger, Ukrainian band, live this summer, but of course the show got cancelled.
Alpha, thank you so much for your support. Greetings to Canada. Do you think the threat to Poland from Russia and Belarus? I think the Russian Belarus is the threat for European Union in general, especially for neighboring countries like Poland. Operator Starsky and metal music, I like not that deathcore as Starsky likes. Probably it's too hard for me. I like just heavy metal, sometimes metal, depends. I like Iron Maiden, I like Black Sabbath, I like Sodom, stuff like that. Alright, so I even got the tickets for Iron Maiden. They should have had the concert this May, but they canceled it, and again I lost my tickets. It should have been the first visit to Ukraine, but, and by the way, Bruce Dickinson, the leader of Iron Maiden, is the pilot. He flies big airplane. He flies Boeing 747 with his band all over the world. So probably that is why I also like this band as well. And I just rose up listening to Iron Maiden, so it's probably my favorite. Dennis, do you like Sabaton? No, I haven't listened to it. Probably I like Black Sabbath. Sometimes I like not the metal but hard rock or rock. I like what else? Pink Floyd, blues, whatever. What else? The Trooper then is my first ever gig. Yeah, Maiden way back. Yes, the Trooper. Metallica, yeah, Metallica as well. Metallica was, as a kid, I was rising up. When I was a kid, we listened to those bands, Metallica. We knew the chords, we played the guitar, trying at least to play that music. It's like the part of my childhood, let's say. Sometimes I listen to, AC/DC as well. AC/DC. The Bruce Dickinson more cowbell. What do you mean? You must like Metallica and Pantera. Yeah, Pantera also. Pantera. What else? We had the Halloween last year. I got the tickets. I bought the tickets, but finally I got to fly that particular day of the concert. So I just shared my tickets to the friends, and they went instead of me. I got the flag of Halloween printed like big flag, and I wanted to go there, but no, my job is more important. Have you ever listened to Careful Dead? Probably not. The United States breakdown on M777s is supposed to include tracks to each gun, and French scissors are self-propelled. I don't know about the guns from England and Australia. Well, we have Ukrainian-made tracks. Those are Cross. And for the videos I saw of M777s, they were some kind of different tracks, alright? Not Ukrainian-made. So probably they were delivered to Ukraine as well. But I sometimes like to listen to more relaxed music. So then I edit my videos, then I filmed it, I put the chill music on the background, and then I put the video together. A song for Putin, Run to the Hills. Funny flicks. Actually, that, yeah, I would agree with you. The story of the song, the context of the song is about the Indians. Run to the hills, say, run for your lives. It's about the Western, actually European colonization of the West. So that song is about it. And Trooper is about the story, events of Crimea. Then Britain, together with French, fight it on the side of Turkey in Crimea against Russia, and actually they won the war. They were able to capture Crimea, but after some negotiations, of course, Crimea was returned back to Russia. I would say that's the hard part of the history, right, of United States. Then it was European colonization of the continent. Millions of Indians, locals, lost their life in that, but they were not able to fight against the machinery. By that time, UK and Spain, they were like big empires, and French was also a powerful country, also empire, let's say. And mostly those Indians died not because of the weapons, however, but because of the disease that their immune system wasn't able to cope with. Metal Grandpa, such a nice nickname. Welcome to membership. Thank you for your support. Russia is just so annoying, yeah, indeed. So what I see, my friends, that we have only one empire left in our world. I mean, the old school empire that cannot exist without taking others' land. It was the Roman Empire like that. It was Great Britain. It was many others before, but in 21st century we have just one left. It's Russia. You may say that United States is also some sort of empire, but I would agree partially because they are not classical empire. They are more economical empire. They want to share their influence economically rather than taking the lands from someone. It's very old school. It's very old fashioned. And now in this century we have just Russia. So without taking someone's land or people land, it cannot survive. And if we stop it right now here in Ukraine, it will just collapse. Then I seriously listened to the Careful Dad. Its calming music starts with Uncle John. Okay, thank you for your advice, David. Thank you. Then would President Zelenskyy be willing to end the war if Russia left Ukraine and kept Crimea? I think there could be some negotiations. What they say on this point, if Russia would turn their forces away, if they would retreat until the 23rd or 24th of February, there could be negotiations about Crimea, but still we'll never recognize it as a Russian territory. Never.
Thanks so much for Ukraine's heroic fight for freedom.
Thank you very much for your support, Nis Otto. Thank you a lot. I hope that next Sunday stream will be more awesome, my friends, because I will bring the captain of the ferry ship, Timur Rudov. He got his volunteer organization and will collect the funds for his fund on that live stream next weekend on Sunday. he agreed for that, and he got the very interesting stories for you because...
New message.
Sorry.
Keep up your great work, Dennis.
Gleb, thank you so much for your kind support. Thank you. He got so many stories because he is actually from Mariupol, and he was in resistance. He was volunteered there in the beginning of the Russian invasion, and finally he had to get out from the place, otherwise they'll just kill him. So he left the Mariupol on his car, then Russians already went there. It was very hard experience. He took his family away from Ukraine, and now he's in Odessa. He founded the volunteer organization, the Fund of Timur Rudov, and I worked with him, and all of your donations from the last stream, that was probably on Wednesday, I sent to him because they needed that more. I sent the money to him today. We were able to collect a little bit less than $1,000 last time. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome support. For that money, they can, put the new rubber for the vehicles for to deliver to the front line, or they can help locals with the food to refugees. So he always say that for the same amount of money you can feed lots of refugees from Mariupol, etc., or you can buy a couple of tires for military guys for their car. So military takes lots and lots of funds, life vests, everything. Wow, that's really crazy. Everything that is military really expensive. How much is Czech Republic helping Ukraine? From what I know, they're helping us a lot, also with artillery systems, and I think there were some spare parts for MiGs, if I'm not mistaken. Can you continue to live at this address, Dennis? Yes, it's more or less okay.
Cheers.
Andreas, thank you so much for your kind support. I hope Ukraine can enter NATO eventually alongside Finland and Sweden. Putin really messed up. Indeed, Raven. I think it was total mistake to attack. Crucial mistake to attack.
Can private aviation fly? VFR. Very accurate now in Ukraine?
No. Kirilla, you cannot fly any kind of airplane. You cannot even take kayak on a river. All of that stuff is forbidden here in Ukraine. Well, you can do it, but you can be shut down. I heard that one of the guys who eagerly wanted to leave Ukraine, he left the country using the paraglider. So it's a para, this big parachute, let's say, but used for soaring. And he put the motor, so it's paragliding, and he went across the border. He climbed to the altitude, switched off the engine, just no one to hear him, and little by little left Ukraine. Andy Wilson. Найкращі побажання від Великобританії. Україна переможе. Дякую, Andy. Greetings to Great Britain. Can you use your post box again? Yes, I can. I live, let's say, 200 with something kilometers away from the place where I am, so probably I can go home, yeah, and take the mail. I just don't want to go home for now, for a long time, because my home is very close to the military base. If the military base is under attack, my home is demolished. Would be demolished. Natural look. thank you very much for joining the membership. I can't post links here, but the Ukraine post office sells shirts, mugs, caps, stamps, everything cool online. Postmark. Yeah, but guys, you can. I don't know whether you can purchase that stuff, but try Ukr Post online. You'll go to their website and they have some merch. Probably they can ship it from Ukraine. I don't know. Dennis, what about ideas to win the war side? The main idea is to take the weapons and fight. There's no major idea to close the supply lines, to ambush them, and that's it. Operator Starsky sent me. Thank you, Jacob, for getting to my channel. Hope you'll like it. Greetings to Starsky. So proud of all fighting Ukrainians and such sorrow for those forced nomads and already with guidance. Yeah, thank you. Can you talk more about the history of Ukraine, please? Cheers. I'm not a historian, but we could search for the topic.
Nice story about paraglider. UAE does not need pilots abroad nowadays.
Kirill, yes, we have some of the charter flights. They are occasional. We lost our contracts mostly. Now SkyUp is flying our contracts abroad. I don't know why it happened, to be honest. And yes, we fly abroad, but just some people fly, and we have many pilots, so there is no chance for me right now to fly abroad. It is what it is, and I'm sad, but thank you for helping me with my channel. With your support, I can sustain my living. I can help even people. I couldn't imagine it being an airline pilot in the COVID days. Then I could barely enough feed my family. Now I can even help someone. So I'm really inspired by this channel, and that's awesome. So about our airline, everything looks bad for now. Operator Starsky is the best. Yeah, Suzanne, I would agree with you. He's a nice guy and his English is much better. Maybe I speak faster, but he speaks more fluently and he uses the words more correctly, and he got more complicated vocabulary than me. Great job, Dennis. Love how you don't sugarcoat it. Love the naked truth. Yeah. It is what it is. You'll fly again, and hopefully, Raven. Just hopefully. Join. Don't forget to ours need to return Ukrainian children and their families back home. I was speaking with Timur today, with the captain. I told you, captain of the vessel. He's from Mariupol, and I asked him, "Do you know what could be the number of the people we lost in Mariupol?" And he said that we'll never know the number. He said, I thought that in 21st century you can count everyone, you can have the data, but literally if they demolish those... Sorry?
Thank you for helping Ukrainian army as well. Glory
yes.
to Ukraine.
Thank you, Korilla. Thank you so much. Our aim now, my aim, is to help to one of our pilots, not of my airline, but the pilot of SkyUp. But I know that guy. He lives near to me, and we were graduated from the same grade, from Kirograd State Academy, and he now fights in the front lines because probably he got some military background, or he's willing to fight there. And just yesterday I saw that they're collecting money for the new car, and I'm gonna send him some of the money as well. But now his friend who was collecting the money said that they stopped collecting because they collected so many funds that bank blocked her account. So we need to unblock it first and then just probably purchase a car. I don't know. So I wrote here just that I'm willing to donate, and that's it. So we have some of the airline pilots who used to fly the airplanes, and now they fight for the country. Maybe I'll show you the guy because he got the social media. I'll try to put on the stream, not him, but the links to his channel, to TikTok. Come on, internet, let's go. Oh, it's loading so slow. I wonder if we still have good connection. Yeah, we have.
New message.
It's a first pilot from SkyUp. I know this story as well. Donated. Thank you for supporting. Ma Asterisk
thank
did
you.
a great job. Hope they will unblock it.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm gonna put maybe him to the stream. Try to do it, and I'll remove me for a while. So that's the guy. I just want to show him. So he's a real pilot. So they asked Maria Karamenko was collecting the money. So this is the guy, the first officer of SkyUp Airlines, and this is the flight attendant. So she was collecting the funds for him. So I wanted to donate, but I got the information on her Instagram that they got her card blocked and they are working to unblock it. So, and again, some of the videos. So this is the first officer from commercial aviation fighting on the front lines. So of course I'll help with all I can, because he's my colleague and because they need help. For now we're just waiting for the bank account to be unblocked.
New message.
Thanks for Ukraine's fight for freedom. NATO will soon join Ukraine. Do not trust European Union. Macron and Germany will sell Ukraine bit by bit, defeating the Russian crocodile. Fight to final total victory, and every nation in Europe will follow and join Victor.
Yes, thank you so much for inspiring comment. And from what we see, yeah, we have some statements from Macron and Scholz saying that we need to save the face of Russian president. We need to not to blame Russia, yeah, how they say it. That shows that they want to leave not the all European Union by elites, politicians. They want to live in their comfortable environment where they still got cheap gas from Russian side, and they didn't need really to put reforms in their economy to live the same level. Now they really need to work. What they did was like, we live okay compared to other countries, and we are doing this stuff, but actually it wasn't happening because of their good work as politics. That was happening because of the cheap gas and oil. Now they have to resign that stuff and really work on updating their country economy. to turn it to the different way. Fossil fuels are still is the vast part of the world economy, but we need to work not to just to reduce the fossil fuels. We need to improve the life of people. Maybe keeping fossil fuels for a long time, who knows, but not from Russia. Norway is helping a lot, I know. Slava Ukraini from Hungary. Greetings to Hungary. But people, normal people, if we are not speaking about politicians, they support Ukraine. What do you think about Poland-Putin no-fly zone? And no, I heard the rumors that they want to implement that near to their borders on the western part of Ukraine. Could be an idea. I don't remember where I heard about it. That news. We have so many news coming. Sorry. I have a mad crush on Katerina Solar. Do you know her? Solar? No, I don't know her.
Dennis, did you watch today's new series from Mentor? Are you using the same charts? Terrain is dangerous.
Kirilla, no, I haven't. I haven't watched Mentor. I don't have now. I usually watched him before, but I don't have time to watch his long videos. They're usually around 40 minutes long, and I would rather search for some of the news or speak with my audience or my patrons, so don't have time for that, sorry. We use the data, the GPWS data that was collected by Soviet Union, really. Even in United States airliner, you'll have the terrain data collected by Soviet satellites. But you have updates for the TMA area, city area, and airports. Those can be different with the time, and you have those updates. But for general, if you fly over the mountains somewhere in remote place en route, you cannot store the very precise information. That is why you have the satellite image that Soviets collected in, I think, 70s or 60s, and now it's introduced in all of the GPWS. GPWS is the ground proximity warning system, so you have this mostly Soviet charts there. But for, as I said, for airdromes, for TMAs, you have new updates, because the environment or terrain elevation may change with the time. Do you all know the worst defense minister of all time ever in the world? Do you know her? Here she is, Christine Lambert, the worst defense minister in the universe of all time ever. Okay. The Netherlands helps Ukraine always. Yeah, Netherlands are good, but small country with a small military, obviously you can't help a lot. United States, they can help. You need money for salaries and pensions. If you don't give you shall it gives your money. I didn't get the question. Big love from UK. Big love to UK. Thank you, Calvin. I've seen a few news articles suggesting more Ukrainian troops have abandoned their posts. Is that much of an issue? Mostly we hear of profound dedication by Ukrainian troops. Sometimes there are occasional cases where, especially territorial defense, just in the beginning of the war, we got the territorial defense, the guys who were fighting in local areas, but now we have the areas where they live, actually defending their territory. But now we have the new law introduced that the Ministry of Defense may send those territory defense to the front lines elsewhere in Ukraine. So some of them say like, all right, I was defending, for example, Kharkiv, and sorry. Well, thank you a lot.
For the last 30 years, we here in Finland have almost forgotten what was on our east side. Not anymore. Thanks for your good work to Dennis and also to Starsky. Keep up the good work.
I'll read it out again because it was kind of muted. For the last 30 years here in Finland have almost forgotten what was on our east side. Not anymore. Thanks for your good work to Dennis and also to Starsky. Keep up good work. Thank you, Lacey, and greetings to Finland. Stay awesome. We were talking about and some of the soldiers said, I just wanted to protect my street, my town over here. I don't want to go to the east to fight against Russians on the front lines. I would rather stay here with my family. And those guys, sometimes, not all of them, occasionally, they reject, okay? They resign. They say, I will not go there. I don't want to fight there on the front lines. It's understandable. It may happen in every army of the world, and especially then we were not really 100% prepared for this war. Obviously, we understand that those cases can be, but those are occasional cases. In Russian army, we see that around 40% of the soldiers who, after rotation, return back to Russia, they say no matter what will not go back to Ukraine. So 40 is kind of a lot, and the same percentage doesn't want to go to Ukraine to fight, but still they have poverty in Russia, in Siberia, in those republics that were somehow joined to Russian Federation. And that is why the salary for them, they got the annual salary for 1 month here in Ukraine. Just imagine, $5,000 for a soldier, for the officer more. And they thought not about the war. They never been in a war actually. They saw it just on TV, on the propaganda channels that we are winning, all right, we are here in Ukraine, we are bringing peace. So they think that, okay, we're gonna ride the tank just to the city and gonna put the flag on a tower or something, and that's it. Then they are here, they would like to pay even more to get out from Ukraine. So yeah, obviously we have occasional cases about resisting, resigning, but not as crucial as for Russia. But Russia has more people, 3 times more at least. So they have more resources. What happens if Russia is captured and doesn't want to go back? What Russian is captured and doesn't want to go back? I think the law requires it. I think without the war, they didn't announce the war, they cannot be persecuted legally, but that country is not legal. Any credit to France and Macron for delivering scissors and support Ukraine in their UE candidacy. Alex, yes, they deliver scissors, but not many. Yeah, we'll have like 4 scissors more from the France. We had 7, and that's the teardrop in the ocean compared to what we need. But we appreciate the help. We appreciate the help of European countries. Even I personally appreciate the help of Hungary. Yes, they do not support us with weapons. They against, I would say, this providing weaponry support to Ukraine, but they support our refugees. They support our people with humanitarian aids. So I'm very happy that we have at least that support from Hungary. I support Airbnb to help refugees inside and outside Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine. Thank you, Joes. Thank you a lot. Betsy, have you been back to Boryspil, Dennis? Yes, I were there 2 of the times. First of the time I went there, then the city was very close to the front lines, around 10 kilometers away there was fighting, and during the nighttime it was like a storm somewhere, thunderstorm with shelling. Was a tricky night, but I tried to sleep and it happened. I slept. Somehow was exhausted probably, and I went there and I took the parents from the city because it was very dangerous for them. Evacuation was announced. And the second time I went there was around 1 month after. I went for my medical check, and by the time, by coincidence, Moscow ship sunk or drowned somehow, and that night I was also expecting the Kiev to be shelled by Russian cruise missiles, and just after I left Boryspil, Kiev was shelled. Russians didn't like that their ship just sank down. Russia, Puppet Siberia. How M777s have been deployed on the front lines? We have many of them now. Around the footage that I saw around 15 deployed M777s. I don't know where it was filmed, probably maybe somewhere here, far away from the front lines on the polygons, to have some drills to train people how to fire from those M777s. Maybe it was like that. And after that, probably they were taken to the east side, but we know that information that they are used against the enemy. You take a day off tomorrow, do some nice things with wife and daughter. No, JP, I have daily updates I need to take. Usually I wake up at 10 round and I do this stuff with cooking, cleaning and eating. Then we go to the nearby city for maybe some shopping or do some stuff, and afternoon I arrive home and I go to the news and I do the stuff until the midnight, or sometimes until 4 a.m. like that. Who lives in pineapple under the sea? It's the Moscow. Good idea for the merch, to the Moskva ship and SpongeBob, right? Like Patrick the sea star and SpongeBob looking at the ship. Oh, like new house or something.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. Yeah, they got a new house. Yeah. Guys, I never imagined in my life that I would be so happy that we drowned the ship. Probably we Ukrainians. Yeah, probably. Who knows? I'm from Crimea, and all my childhood I was living in this different reality, actually. You know, we got this propaganda. Even I understand that now we got this propaganda all of my life in Crimea, and people were just zombed by the Russians, Russian TV. There were some of the bike festivals, pro-Russian actually, I thought they're just bike festivals, but no, they push their propaganda there. And all those parades, military parades, I thought, wow, nice. Then you're a kid, yeah, and after a while, then you're a teenager. You still, especially me, I'm from aviation family. I love aviation. Then okay, the helicopter, the airplane. So they were playing at mostly what I understood. They played on the nostalgia of the elderly people. Elderly. And they also played on excitement of the young generation about military stuff. Then you're young, you like those helicopters, fighter jets, everything. So yeah, we were brainwashed by Russians. And now I understand that. I attended those military parades in Sevastopol. I saw this Moskva ship, how it fired the rocket. Wow, the rocket flight, and it hit the water somewhere, and they say, oh, the submarine was destroyed. And now that rocket's used.
Dennis, thank you for the content and for keeping us informed. The British people support you and the challenges you currently face. Best wishes, Slava Ukraine.
Thank you very much. Many thanks. Greetings to UK. I know that Simon, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I know that British guys support us a lot. I was speaking about the Moskva ship, and I saw this, actually it's big ship, my friends. And then it fired this cruise missile, it went to the water, so wow, what a fantastic shot. And I never imagined that they will fire those rockets to our cities. It's nonsense.
Deep respect to the brave men, women and children of Ukraine. No human should experience what is currently happening.
Yes, I agree with you, 100%. And we lost many actually of the brave people. So yeah, and I'm really happy that we drowned the ship, and that parade was taken mostly by Russia. The idea before was that they got actually the military base as a Soviet Union, and we were together. They got the main military base in Sevastopol, the city I was born in, and after the Soviet Union collapse, they rented the place from Ukrainian side. So actually they paid some money for the rent, and they put their main fleet in Crimea. And the parades were taken by Russian side and together with the Ukrainians. So we got our same ships in the same parade. How many years ago? In 2013, we got the same parade. 9 years ago, and now what? So Putin destroyed, they gained Crimea, right? They gained eastern part of Ukraine, but they totally rejected the rest of Ukraine. They just ruined our relations for decades and centuries probably. Because what can you tell to the young kids who lost their parents? I was speaking to many of those young kids, then we sent the help to them. My wife actually spoke, and I didn't, sorry. My wife spoken to them. She is doing that stuff. And they will hate Russia for the rest of their life because they lost parents in this war, and their kids will hate Russia for the rest of their life, and so on. So we'll have enemies in their face. So for me, it's the strange thing, my friends. Even UK and France relations after 100 years war. Yeah, we know the history probably. Then was fighting with. Britain and France were fighting with each other for a very long period of time, and even now we find the people who hate for UK people who don't like, sorry, my English is bad, who don't like French, and French people who don't like English. And how many centuries have passed since that time? Hundreds and hundreds of years, and yeah, people still remember because it's in their blood, in their generation. We have the same with Russia. probably in modern world runs more faster than it was centuries ago, and obviously after the war is over, after we'll win this war, after Russia would recognize what they've done, after they will change their policy, we don't know what will be in future, but hopefully it will be like that. We're gonna build new relations with that country, but that relations will not be good for decades. Many don't realize that United States and Canada were once enemies. Yeah, because they were French, influence on the north, and also UK influence on the south. And actually, Spain also went to the North America, but lately decided to sell their part of the land to, I don't remember to whom, to UK or to France, probably to France. So it was, if we read the history of North America colonization, oh my friends, it's like detective. It wasn't easy at all. It was, oh my god, it was hardest colonization probably in human history. The more, and also the colonization by Spanish people, by Spain, then South America. Wow, that's also interesting. The guy, just go to the Google and try to find out some articles about colonization of the North America. Wow, it's also like a thriller. I think North America is more interesting, but South is also awesome. The guy with I would say with a few people was able to get the most part of the South America under the control because of the modern weapons, horses and firearms. It was like nuclear weapons, the horses. It was a great symbol after you shot the Moscow. I think Putin is very angry. Yeah, he is. We sank down, probably certain ships of Russian fleet all together, without really having our own marine fleet. It is not unreasonable to hate.
At least you don't have to sink the Admiral Kuznetsov. Russia stole from Ukraine. It took Russia 10 years, but they have destroyed it all by themselves.
Yeah, thank you for your support. And yeah, it's a story. Then all world laughed at that Admiral Kuznetsov air carrier. Then they sent the air carrier to Syria, because it has, instead of American air carriers that have nuclear engine, Admiral Kuznetsov has diesel motors, and those are very smoky. And there were some images that dark black cloud is coming from the ship. Oh my god. So Greta Thunberg was very angry about the Admiral Kuznetsov, and Russians decided to put it for repairs, to put modern engines, something modern, just not to be ashamed. So during these repairs, the fire started on the air carrier, and finally they lost the air carrier. Everything that was inside just burst into flames, and it is for a long time on that service, the maintenance, but there is no any light in the tunnel. Then they will have that air carrier fixed. That's the funniest thing in Russian army, probably. More Russian super yachts hiding on Turkey. Yeah, could be. Nothing like good bit of frog monkey though. Sorry guys, my English is bad, especially when I talk for more than 2 hours. How many Russian generals does it take to change a light bulb? No, they all dead. Why does Russian general use his cell phone? He can't. He dead. Guys, you are so funny with those jokes. Good one. Thank you for joining membership, Roland. And yeah, previous member who was there, Mats. Thank you for joining the membership. Unfortunately, we don't have the super chat working here. Crap, I forgot to order the coffee mugs back to the website. I've read a few books about Ukraine lately. It seems like Russia has always prevented you full independence. Yeah. Wow, thank you. Why do we have this deemed? Sorry, I look forward to your updates every day, and I'm glad to be able to give you a little support, Slava Ukraine. And really, you didn't give me a little support, you gave me a huge support. Thank you so much for your contribution and your comment. Героям слава. I read, okay, yes, they were preventing our independence for a long time. Oh my god, guys, I have so many stories, and also from my family, from my wife's family. Well, my ancestors, they live in eastern part of Ukraine, and there was no big hunger relative to the central part of Ukraine. But my wife's, she was telling me many of the things, how Russians took away the food from the families in 30s, and literally her I don't remember who was it, her dad or her mom, who was he or she. Well, her grandma died after she gave birth to, I don't remember, her father, her mother, and the infant who was just newborn, yeah, it was her father. He was her father. So the mother died from starvation, from hunger, literally, and the kid was just growing over her body for a few days, 2 or 3 days, and after that he was taken to the special, to other families, let's say, elsewhere.
To drown Ireland and the UK with nuke torpedo. A
Yeah.
joke of sorts. So
Yeah.
hopefully Putinism will be destroyed by this war.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Dennis.
Yeah. But I hope I pronounced your name correct. Padraig. Indeed, they showed how they nuke. I have the video about it. How they nuke. It's the CGI. Different ways how they would nuke UK together with Ireland. Ireland is not in NATO, and it's so they want to call tsunami wave with a nuclear explosion that will swallow the England, or they would just send super duper missiles that will just devastate the island. And Russians, they always wanted to destroy Ukrainians, to exclude us from this world map, to destroy our culture, our language, our mind, literally, our history. Actually, they took our history and implemented it in Russia. So there were some of the dark sides that they bring, devastations that they bring to Ukraine, mostly. and also they take many Ukrainians to Siberia. If you know Khanty-Mansiysk, it's far away from here in the other part of the Eurasia. Most of the people there are Ukrainians. Again, Cossacks were totally destroyed and sent to Kuban, and after that were destroyed there also. So they just want to destroy us. Yeah, Stalin also. Stalin's cruel starvation. Yeah, they sent seeds abroad to get dollars instead of feeding on people. Maybe they think UK is Ukraine. Yeah, probably. Ukraine is UA, no, not UK. Good morning from Australia. Good morning. Have a great day today, Sujak. Hope your day will be good. You're really late for Dennis.
New message.
Awesome channel. Top guy 2 region, letter U region, letter Iraq, medium light skin tone.
What? How they pronounce it? Thank you so much. Top guy 2. Thank you. What's your favorite video game of the Ukraine Armed Forces? Orcs Mars Die. Was I don't know. Hi from Australia.
New message.
Sorry.
Keep up the good work, Dennis. Us supports you. God bless Ukraine.
Martin, thank you so much for your kind support.
New message.
Wow.
I watch you every day or twice a day, and I love your accent. You stay awesome too.
Jack, thank you so much. It's great that you like my accent. I don't like it. I consider myself very bad in English, but somehow you watch me. Strange. So, hi Starsky, how are you? Oh, Starsky is here. Where is he? Where is Starsky? Because I was up to end the stream. Operator Starsky. I don't see him here. Where is he? No, probably he's not here. No. Okay, 1 minute left of the stream, my friends. Oh, Operator Starsky. Operator Starsky here, and that is why we'll continue a little bit more than 1 minute. Hi, I hope you're doing fine. It seems like you wanted to have the stream today as well, and I'm just finishing, and I know that we have similar or same audience, and guys, please watch the Starsky live stream today. It's great. You have lots of live streams, Starsky. I hope we're gonna arrange collab. I already told the guys that I'm willing to go to Kiev, and we're gonna film probably some good stuff there. I didn't tell the details, however. We're gonna see what we can come up with. Hopefully. Yeah, Starsky is here. Collab on a metal video. I'm not a good player.
New message.
I just bought the t-shirt, stamp sheet and fridge magnet and charity donation to Ukraine Amory on Ukraine Post.
Wow,
Thanks for
that's
the
awesome.
info.
It means that you actually can take and order that stuff for country abroad. That's great. That's awesome. I didn't know that you can do that. Could you say hello to Starsky in Ukrainian? Так, привіт, Старський. Дякую, що ти тут. Та дякую за підтримку. Спробуємо щось зняти для підписників. Напевно, на наступному тижні, або як вийде. Дякую. Unfortunately, I'm sleeping tonight. Tomorrow is another hard week, but more to come soon. Oh, operator, thank you. I thought you'll have the stream today, sorry. Yeah, you could be busy with your job. It's could be kind of complicated as well. I'm out of the job. More time for YouTube. Every day. YouTube. Oh, we have a troll, yeah? You say you should have been aboard of flight 752. How smart is it, yeah? Then you lost your colleagues, your friends on rocket attack on civilian airplane, and some trolls say that I should been on that plane. We're gonna just hide those from the stream. Nothing personal. Yeah, Starsky is here. It's great to see him here. Alright, my friends, 2 hours.
Slava Ukraine.
Yeah, I put it here. Glory to Ukraine. Thank you so much, Jen, for your kind support. So, my friends, one more comment and I need to go, because today is the Father's Day and we go bed very late and I need to spend at least 1 hour with my daughter. I served in the British Army from 2003 until 2011. My family is from Reda in Poland. I felt I can relate to people having flee their country as mine did in 1930s, 40s. Hope things get better. Yeah, thanks for your comment. Starsky is a treasure. Yeah, unfortunately, I misunderstanding as for me, so he's not going stream today, from what I understood. Yeah, get some sleep.
Your log is the first thing to look for on YouTube, and before I go to sleep, I look for new report. This comes from Iceland. We are in NATO, but we have no army. Good rescue groups, though. Coast Guard and maybe 230mm cannons. But we closed our huge aerodrome ice.
Yeah, Iceland is great. Thank you for support. Night, bro. You greetings to your family and see you next week. Yeah, see you, Operator Starsky, and good luck on your YouTube. Good luck on your serve to Ukraine. Thank you for what you're doing and all of your colleagues doing to our country. I don't have the words for you, my friends, who serve in the military. Stay awesome, and we also bring support to you. I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are, my friends, and have a great time. Thanks for being with me today.
New message.
Keep up the God work.